How many of you know that God demotes? Eh? Now, it's like it's strange to some people. Come to 1 Samuel. You only know that God promotes, but we need to tell you that God demotes. 1 Samuel 2:6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down. Excuse me, what's the meaning of bringeth down? Eh? Demotion. So, is it clear to you now that God demotes? He has done it in the past. He is doing it now. How many of you, I know you have read in the Bible, people that God demoted in the Bible? Can I check with you? How many people do you know? Can you give me the names of those that were demoted by God in the scriptures? Huh? Nebuchadnezzar, Fasiti. It wasn't God that demoted Fasiti. Saul, the first king of Israel. Lucifer, thank you. Eli. Was Eli demoted? His generation. Descendant after him. Now, I know you also know that human being demotes. Eh? Do you know that? Penina. Yeah, God demoted Penina. Now, please listen. Both in this life, and I mean natural life, when you are proud, you can never be on top. Even if you reach there, you shall be pulled down. And with God here, if you have been saved by grace, if you have been privileged under God to be put in charge of any place or of anything, if you walk in pride, I need to announce to you, you shall be demoted. How many of you love demotion? Any sane man will never desire demotion. In fact, if you dream it, I know you don't need any prophet to tell you to fast and pray against demotion in life. So, beloved brothers, if we are going to be promoted either by God or by human being, and how many of you know that human being can promote you? Oh, human being can promote you. So please learn to value people. And when you value people, learn also to fear people. If you take a man for granted in your life, if you don't know, God might have put your lifting in the hand of that man. If you misbehave, you shall be relegated. Fasiti, as the queen in the land, I believe she never thought of it, that she can be demoted. Probably, the queen had captured the soul of the king, Ahasuerus, such that she knew, if I am proud, if I give him a public disgrace, he cannot do anything to me. Do you follow me? Do you know that some women, that they will have captured a man, even if they give their husband public disgrace, the man will endure it. And the man will not get back home to open a fight up on that matter. Probably that was the same thing with the heart of Fasiti. That in this land, the person that is higher than me is Ahasuerus. That he cannot even think of it. And sincerely, Ahasuerus never imagined. Do you understand it? The demotion of Vashti was not the making of Ahasuerus. But she had forgotten that when there is a king, there are kingmakers. Even if you are born a king, you can't enthrone yourself as a king. The kingmakers. So she had forgotten that. So it was umami, it wasn't God. Oh, and you know these wise men in Babylon, 7 of them, and there was the leader of them, Memucan. Memucan brought a case to the floor, and it was a discussion. And everybody was talking and saying, I say, I have something to say. If we keep quiet, because we know the king might want to keep quiet. But if we keep quiet, what Vashti did, I want to tell this honorable house that don't forget that we have 127 countries under us. This kingdom covers from India to Africa. So, if we just overlook this, what will be the lot of men in this kingdom? Their lives will be miserable. I said, this is my counsel. Let's depose the queen. And let's now look for beautiful virgins and pick one for the king to take the place of Vashti. And the Bible said, what Memucan said, all agreed. And they came with their proposal to the king. And the king dare not say anything against it. Many of us, we want to seek the seat of honor to show our superiority to others. Some of us want to get to the place of honor in order to be able to take advantage of others. But that is not the spirit of Christ. So I want to beg of you, don't ever live like this, because the acts of judgment of demotion can both come from God and from men. And may I announce to you, God also, when he wants to demote you, he can assign certain individual to do that for him. And how does God do it? The person that loves you before, now you just become an abominable person before him. Things that he used to think that you deserve to get, places that he thinks that you are supposed to occupy, his spirit begin to detest. And that's God at work. Don't think that it is the enemy that have come. The enemy have come now, they want to demote me. No. It is because you've been walking in pride. And God have been checkmating you and you did not listen. And God have no choice than to bring you down. And when God demotes us here, it's a warning. If you repent, you can still be lifted again. But if you don't yield to that word, you might be in perpetual lower rank. And that might be throughout your lifetime. And one thing, again, I found out that even some people, judgment does not move them an inch. Even when God demotes them, they will still tell God, and then. So, beloved brothers and sisters, humility is a requirement. It's a requirement for promotion. While pride is a requirement for demotion. Please don't be proud.